So, you're thinking about starting a car wash in India, but you're not quite sure where to begin? Well, you've come to the right place. In this explainer, we're going to break down everything, from crafting your initial business plan all the way to securing the funding to make it a reality. Let's dive in.
First things first, let's talk about the size of the opportunity here. The car wash market in India is already worth a massive 790 million US dollars. We're not talking about a small niche market. This is a booming industry with some serious potential for entrepreneurs just like you.
So, why is this happening right now? Well, it's kind of like a perfect storm. More and more people are owning cars, especially in our fast-growing cities. And with busy urban lifestyles, let's be honest, fewer people have the time to wash their own cars. Plus, you've got new government policies on water conservation that are actually pushing people towards professional, more water-efficient services.
The opportunity is definitely there, but success really hinges on great planning. So, let's get into the blueprint, how you actually take this idea and build it from the ground up.
Okay, the first big decision you've got to make is your business model. Each one really caters to a different style. A mobile service? Perfect if you're starting out and want to keep costs low. A classic fix center lets you offer more services and become a local go-to spot. An automatic wash is great if you've got the capital and want to focus on high volume. While a premium hand wash, that's for targeting a niche market that'll pay top rupee for that personal touch.
For most people starting out, it really boils down to these two, mobile versus fixed. The mobile setup gives you incredible flexibility and much lower overheads. A fixed center, on the other hand, needs more cash up front for the location and setup, but it has the potential to become a real, well-known neighborhood hub.
Now, no matter which model you pick, you absolutely 100% need what's called a detailed project report, or DPR. Seriously, think of this as your business's master plan. It's the document that lays out everything, your marketing, your financial forecasts, the whole shebang. And this isn't just for you. It's what the banks are going to scrutinize before they even think about lending you money. So, let's talk real numbers. What does a project cost actually look like? Well, a sample project report for a pretty large doorstep car wash business puts the total startup cost at around 23.21 lakh rupees. Suddenly things get very real, right? And where does a big chunk of that money go? Equipment. Your DPR needs to list out every single thing, from the high-pressure steam washers and industrial-strength vacuums, right down to the polishers and specialized tools. This is where a huge piece of your initial investment is headed. Okay, seeing those costs might feel a little daunting, but here is the really good news. There's a powerful government scheme that's designed to help people just like you. Let's talk about the fuel for your dream, the Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, or PMEGP.
The whole point of the PMEGP scheme is to create jobs by helping new businesses get off the ground. It's managed by government bodies like the Khadi and Village Industries Commission, or KVIC. You can think of them as the bridge connecting your application to the banks.
So, the big question, are you eligible? Well, the rules are pretty straightforward. You've got to be over 18, your business has to be a brand new venture, and you can't have already taken a government subsidy in the past. If your project is over 5 lakhs, you'll need at least an 8th standard education. And of course, a valid Aadhaar is an absolute must.
The PMEGP is an amazing opportunity, but here's the reality. A lot of applications still get rejected. Understanding why is your secret weapon to making sure yours gets approved. It's the question that keeps every entrepreneur up at night, isn't it? What happens if, after all that planning and all that work, the bank just says no? Well, knowing the reasons is the first step to making sure that doesn't happen.
Listen to this because it's so important. According to officials and bankers, most rejections aren't because the business idea is bad. They happen because of small, totally avoidable mistakes in the application. It all comes down to preparation.
The first roadblock is often the most basic one. Simple eligibility gaps. Your application can be dead in the water because of things like being under 18, having a name on your Aadhaar that doesn't match your other documents, even if a family member has already used the subsidy. These little things can cause an instant no.
Next up, project viability. In other words, the banker has to believe your business can actually work and make money. If your DPR has sales numbers that just look like pie in the sky, or if you haven't really researched your local competitors, they're going to see it as a huge risk and turn you down.
This one is absolutely critical. Your personal financial health. A low CIBIL score, which is basically your financial report card, or having any other loans you haven't paid back, that's a massive red flag. The bank's going to think, if you can't manage your own finances, how can you manage a business loan? And finally, the silent killer of so many applications: sloppy paperwork. We're talking about blurry scans of your documents, missing price quotes for your equipment, or having different addresses on different forms. These kinds of gaps just make you look unprofessional and give them an easy reason to reject you.
Okay, so we've looked at all the roadblocks, all the things that can go wrong. Now let's bring it all together and talk about your clear path to getting that big green light. Let's boil this down to a simple 5-step action plan. 1. Research your local market inside and out. 2. Create that rock-solid, bankable DPR we talked about. 3. Double and triple check that you meet every single PMEGP eligibility rule. 4. Get all your documents perfectly in order and check your CIBIL score. And 5. Apply and then be proactive about following up.
As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this little piece of wisdom from the experts. Your goal isn't to impress the bank with some massive, over-the-top project. The goal is to show them a practical, well-thought-out, and sustainable business that they can feel confident investing in.
So there you have it. You've got the blueprint for your business, you know the path to getting funded, and you know the pitfalls to avoid. The only real question left is, what's the very first car you're going to make sparkle?